Good morning, Facebook. Hello, everybody. Hello, YouTube. However you're tuning in, good morning, good morning. Rainy, super rainy Thursday morning. So, hope everybody's staying dry. Exciting week because we were able to open up this week. And I'm just going to go on over here and to my computer and share this in one of our groups, and then so I can answer people's comments. So, any questions or anything else, just say hello. Good morning, Michael. How's it going? Michael Davidson is the owner of Black Infusions Vodka. Great vodka company. Does apricot vodka and a fig vodka with real fruit. That was our featured virtual hangout tasting last week. So, thank you, Michael, for doing that with us. And we have his products here. We make some cocktails with his amazing vodkas. Let's see, so I'm just going on here and let's see where we're at. All right, so I've shared in the groups and I can see your comments. That's great. Good morning, everybody. It is a super rainy, monsoon-like June day here. So the rain just keeps coming in spatters and just keeps like downpours everywhere. So it was nice waking up to that in bed this morning. But the reality is we've got to get deliveries here and open up the doors and hopefully have outdoor dining available tonight. We have our tent up out back. We are set up, and they say by 2 o'clock it's going to be 80 degrees and sunny. So let this happen right now, and let it happen now versus the weekend. There's something really important happening this weekend here in Ellenville that I want to talk about. But first, we still have gloves for free. We are still giving out latex gloves for free, folks. Just because restaurants are opening and things are coming back to hopefully life, doesn't mean you still don't need to take cautions. I keep a box of gloves in my car, and every time I've been pumping gas for years, I use gloves. Gas handles, gas pumps are one of the most dirtiest things ever, all right? So make sure that you still practice good sanitary practices. Keeping a box of gloves in your car should be a must on everybody's list. Every time I pump gas, I use them. We're giving out for free. You come in, we'll give you a handful for gloves for free. It's a community service that we're doing. We're also giving out ionized water, high quality ionized water. People come in and we fill up literally 5 gallons at a time. Sometimes it goes through a 0.1 micron Biostone filter, and then it goes into a chamber, separates a negative charge, a positive charge, reclusters it so it's less molecules per cluster, better absorption. A lot of cool things happen with the water. It's better water. So those are still community services we're still doing, even though we're in phase 2 now. Even though we're still in phase that we're now in phase 2, we're still doing that. So that's not going to stop for the time being. Okay, we still plan on providing that service. Also, not going away is our groceries. People are hooked on our groceries. People love our groceries. So we're still doing that, and a lot of people are saying that they're saving a lot of money. Coming here and shopping versus going to Adams or versus going to other markets that have these farm to table. For example, the Chatham cheese, the Chatham Camembert cheese that we sell for $9. We were at a friend's house the other day and they pulled it out and they bought it. I forget where they bought it at, but a grocery store, and the tag on there was $12. And I was like, wow. And it was like a bigger store, like a store that typically would have better values, I thought. And I was like, wow. So we're still 20%, 25% less expensive than the store. I was like, wow. So our pricing, we try to keep our pricing very fair, very reasonable. All right, so that's the deal. So our groceries are not going away. Even though we're in phase 2, our groceries are not going away. When phase 3 happens, when we can start seating people inside the restaurant here, we're still going to have groceries. There's a lot of you that are relying upon our groceries, that appreciate what we do. Even when we're back to normal and this restaurant's packed full of tables again, we will set up our office and our storeroom to totally be able to take orders still, fulfill orders, and have all that ready to rock and roll. We're not sure how long we can sell booze. See right there, that rack right there? That rack right there's got all kinds of booze on it. We're not sure how long we can retail that out for, because we have a license. Our license right now is for on-premise only. A liquor store has an off-premise license. When you go and buy wine at a liquor store or booze, and you take it off-premise. Here you consume it on-premise. That's the two types of licenses, main licenses in New York. On-premise, off-premise. So we have an on-premise. We're not allowed to sell, but because of COVID, they've made stuff up as they've gone along. They just literally change things daily. And when this first happened, they allowed restaurants to do on and off-premise with our license, which was really a saving grace for us, because we sold a lot of booze, up to 20 plus cases of wine a week we were selling. We're still selling it. So as long as the state allows us to do this, now we were told by a reliable source that it could be 2 full years that we're allowed to keep that rack and sell you things to go. Could be up to 2 full years, but it could be 2 months, who knows? So if there's a bottle of wine that you like, or booze that you like, from us, you want to stock up on wine, you can stock up on wine. You can literally buy a case, 2 cases, 3 cases. The only stipulation is you have to buy some type of food with it. There is no I can still deliver you to your house 25 pre-made margaritas and 1 pizza. That's the way the law is. You have to have some type of food, and you can deliver as much as you want. So that's how that works. So if there's wine, specific wine that you like from us that you can't find anywhere else, is a lot of those wines on our rack right there are wines on our list. Most of those wines are wineries that Jamie and I have personally been to. We handpick those wines. We buy from a lot of different suppliers, a lot of different vendors to get those wines here. So those are a lot of those wineries. They're our friends own them. We know the people who own the winery. We've been there. We're taking people there with our VIP Winery Vacation Company. So that's the deal with that. So a lot of you have been on our vacations with us, our winery tours. You know those wineries because you've been to those wineries. You've met the owners. You've been on the vineyard. You've been in their tasting rooms. You've been in their cellars. So we're still able to do that. And good morning, everybody. Hi, Marissa. Good morning, Cindy. So groceries are staying. We're still doing these public service things, free gloves, free ionized water. Take advantage of it. There's no purchase necessary. You can walk in and basically buy, you can walk in, not buy anything, and get a handful of gloves. It's a community service. Be safe. Still be safe. Something you must understand is that all restaurants that have a liquor license are under the authority of the New York State Liquor Authority, the SLA, all right? The New York State SLA, State Liquor Authority. Now, there are certain mandates that we have to follow, all right? So, a lot of restaurants are now busy on dining outdoors. There's still things that we have to follow, safe things that we have to follow. So, a lot of restaurants have outdoor spaces available now, outdoor seating. There is no smoking. This is how this works. This is how the law is written. There is no smoking in outdoor spaces unless the restaurant has it registered with the Liquor Authority, a map drawn out, and a buffer zone, and signs clearly posted. Smoking, no smoking, with a buffer zone registered with the Liquor Authority and a drawn out map and approved by the Liquor Authority. There is no smoking outdoors. It's like smoking inside the bar here. I'm under the same guidelines and my outside spaces, and so is every other restaurant, unless they've registered it that way. And not many restaurants have registered it that way at all right? You would see clearly posted signs. That's part of how that works. And this is pre-COVID. So outdoor spaces do not allow smoking still. So please be respectful of the restaurant. That I was at a place last night, and the guy next to us was smoking outside, and I was so upset. He lit up 2 cigarettes, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, at least have some common sense and some respect for other people. And it drove me crazy. And so, please don't put a restaurant in that predicament. We've always had tables on the side of our building, because when people want to smoke, we send them out to the side of the table, because we don't offer service out there. It's not our deal. Go to the side there, go to the municipal parking lot. We have a table there. That's where you can smoke. The front of our building, where our sidewalk is, and the fence inside there, is a licensed area with the Liquor Authority. I have that area licensed. Because I have it licensed means no smoking. It's like smoking at my bar, because my back patio is licensed with the Liquor Authority. There's no smoking back there, all right? So it has to be clearly laid out, signs up, and registered. If you go to a restaurant and smoke and they get reported to the Liquor Authority, they can have a chance of losing their license, having their license suspended. All right, that's just how it works. All right, if you have a liquor license, if restaurants have a liquor license, they fall under the authority of the State Liquor Authority. If I break a health code in the kitchen, it gets reported to the Liquor Authority. If there's something going on, because all the agencies are now interconnected with the computers, so every agency can see that I have a violation from this agent, from whether it's the health department, the building department, whatever, and everything goes back to the Liquor Authority wants to make sure in New York that I'm compliant with every agency out there, and my liquor license is hinging on compliancy with every. That's how it's written. So don't put a restaurant in that situation. If you're in a restaurant and you get up out of your seat, put your mask on, if you're going to the bathroom. If you're not if you're at your seat, you're totally fine. So if the waiter or bartender or somebody, whatever, is the wait staff or the owner, somebody's telling you, please wear a mask, don't give them a hard time. They're just doing their job right now. That's just their job. If you're uncomfortable going out to eat and without wearing a mask and walking around a restaurant and this and that, then probably wait until the mask mandate is lifted. That's just a recommendation. A lot of restaurants are very busy and they don't want to spend time arguing with a patron. That goes for any restaurant. They don't want to spend time arguing with a patron so that they can follow mandates, safety codes, health regulations, liquor authority stipulations, things like that, because again, their liquor license is hinging on being compliant with everything. All right? And a lot of people are will try to take advantage of that. So the biggest thing is no smoking outside. Please don't put a restaurant in that situation, because honestly, the liquor authority doesn't have to be there to enforce stuff. People just call and complain. It's insane. Like, you can call and complain and say, I saw this restaurant breaking this law, and now you got a strike mark with the liquor authority. Now you're on their radar. So they don't even need to be there to all of a sudden get on your radar. Another customer can say, this restaurant's allowing smoking on their patio, and because if you feel offended, that can happen. So it's not the restaurant. The restaurant may never even say anything to you and may never even know they're getting reported until the liquor authority starts knocking on the door. So super important. Now, I'm glad that the rain is getting over, because Ellenville is supposed to be doing something really cool this weekend. The streets outside are supposed to be closed down this weekend, and we're supposed to be doing dining outside. I have mixed feelings on this right now, because I think it's a fantastic thing that the village wants to do with Ellenville. I think it's an amazing thing. Close the streets down, let the restaurants serve outside, and make the streets, liven them up, right? But again, I'm under the jurisdiction of the liquor authority. That is my main goal. I need to comply with with all the liquor codes and rules, regulations. I feel that the way the village is handling it is not in compliance, and I feel that the village is jeopardizing my liquor license by the way they're handling this. And I'm deeply concerned, and I voiced my concerns with them. So if you come here this weekend and we don't have a spot out front of the restaurant in the street, it's because I feel that the village has not properly looked out after the businesses here. And for some reason, they're very adamant about doing it the way that they're doing. And I was on the phone calls with the liquor authority, with the county, with all the agencies. I was on these phone calls. The village officials were not on these phone calls. I've spoken to these county officials 4 or 5 times of what to do, and for some reason the village does not want to do it that way. So until the village does something to guarantee my license or do it a different way, we might not be out front. But we're still going to be in the front of our storefront. We're on our property. We'll be cooking. We'll be doing a bunch of cool things. We'll have the slushy machine out there. We'll be in the backyard. The tent. We have the tent back there. We'll be in the backyard. We'll be cooking. We'll be doing all kinds of things. So we will be open. We will have all of our seats open in the back and in the front. But as far as being on the street physically present, I don't know. I have to call the village manager this morning and let them know my concerns again. But they were not concerned with my concerns the other day. They were very adamant that they want to do it their way, and it's jeopardizing our liquor license. And I've been told by 2 different agencies now, or two different people now, Marcus, it does not sound like that's the way that other places are doing it. So a little concerned with that. So, but hopefully we can get everything worked out. Basically, the liquor authorities, because of COVID, they've changed a lot of laws or mandates, or they've loosened up on laws. But keep in mind, they're still out there enforcing. There's still places that are getting busted left and right every single day for violating things. And they want to make sure that you are still complying to their loosely determined or whatever guidelines right now, because they are changing things, so it helps us. Now, for example, all that I need to do to make in the front happen totally legit, 100% totally legit, where I can put all kinds of tables out there, decorate it, put my patio heaters out there, make it my space. All I have to do, it costs zero. All I have to do is make a drawing, email to the liquor authority, and get permission from the village. That's it. And I can do it even 5 days after we start. It's such a simple process that the liquor authority is doing now. Very simple process. They understand that businesses need to get open and they're willing to do things. But when the village doesn't allow you to draw a diagram or give you permission to the liquor authority to do that, and still want you to put tables out there and still want you to serve people out there, it's jeopardizing my license and it's not fair. So hopefully the village can resolve that today or tomorrow, and so none of the restaurants here are in jeopardy of their liquor license. It'd be a shame if the whole block lost their liquor license. Not that that would happen, but you never know what can happen. Something that's very disappointing is music. Music is phase 4. Arts and entertainment is phase 4. And I understand going to a concert is totally different than a restaurant putting a musician in the patio and still keeping socially distanced. But the New York State Restaurant Association put out their guidelines yesterday in another phone call and said, we don't recommend restaurants do live music. You're in violation of the arts, entertainment, and that happens in phase 4. And you could lose your liquor license because of that. Because again, you have to answer to the liquor authority. If you have a liquor license, you have to answer to the liquor authority. So that's a little upsetting because I would love to get a musician out and play and be socially distanced. But I guess the potential of drawing a gathering won't work. So again, the liquor authority, these agencies things are changing every day. Jamie and I are on phone calls every single day for an hour to an hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes, because every agency puts these phone calls out, every group out there. Restaurant Association was yesterday. So to keep us updated, to make sure that we're complying with everything and keep you safe, our patrons safe, our staff safe, and make sure that we can still do business and comply with all the new laws, regulations, or the loosened up laws. So that's the story with that. So hopefully we will be out there on the street. Hopefully we'll be, and hopefully the village will want to do it the right way because it's free. It doesn't cost anything. So, but they were very adamant in the meeting the other night about not doing it that way. So, all right, folks, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Again, we still have free gloves. We still do free water, community service, no purchase necessary. We're still doing our groceries. We're still doing our groceries. I have more grass-fed beef coming in today, tomorrow. 2 more deliveries are coming in today. Another farm hub's coming in today. A farm hub came in yesterday. Local asparagus is very limited right now. Very, very limited. We've been shorted twice this week. It's $10.99 a pound. It's amazing organic purple asparagus from Penderson Farms from upstate New York, from the Finger Lakes. All right, folks, that is it for now. I'm sorry I've not done any. Actually, it stopped raining out a little bit. Let me show you what I've done the last yesterday. That's a little drizzling. Yesterday, I spent several hours putting together our patio heaters. I bought some patio heaters because it's still cool some nights out, right? It's still cool. So I bought these Crown Verity Canadian-made patio heaters. So I had to assemble these yesterday. So if we do our space out front, those would be out there. And that's a tower one, really, really cool looking. So, but this is the back garden, folks. This is it back here. Give you a quick peek at the pond again. There are fish in the pond now. We do have some goldfish in there. So there's the waterfall, there's the pond. So that is it. That took me last week to build. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I built that. So this is we got more firewood in because the fire pit's on every night. And these are stainless steel Crown Verity heaters, patio heaters. They were a little pricey, but they're stainless steel and they're very high quality, industrial. So super happy to have those here. And that's it, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Got a lot of viewers today. Just drop a comment, #live or #replay. Drop a comment if you can't wait to go out and eat, or if you've already gone out to eat in someone's outdoor space. And remember, respect the operation. Try to follow the mandates. Try just be respectful of that. And especially if you are a smoker, you're not allowed to smoke in these outdoor areas. It has to be registered with the state, and most places are not registered to have an outdoor smoking area. You'll see signs clearly posted. If I were to have outdoor smoking here, I'd have to have a sign right here that says smoking area, a buffer zone, and then another sign that says non-smoking. They're very clearly posted. That's the only way that's legally done. So, all right, folks, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully it stops raining because I'm going to go for a bike ride here this afternoon. And hopefully have a fantastic weekend. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We really appreciate all the support, Jamie and I. We could not have done it without you. You guys have been fantastic to us, really fantastic. Your support has been amazing. Check out Jamie live later at 4 o'clock for her happy hour with Jamie. And I'm not sure what drink she's making today, but if you have a suggestion, drop a comment here if there's a drink that you want Jamie to make. She's always looking. She's been doing these Facebook Lives every day, basically, Monday through Friday, since the beginning of March, middle of March. So she's always looking for drink recommendations. Always, always, always. So if there's a recommendation you want her to make, tag her, or drop a comment here and say, please make on your happy hour live, and I'm sure she's happy to do it if she has the ingredients. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you later.